It's been great to be able to see him just enjoy the moment and get everything that he's been deserving throughout his, last couple of years, and just to see everything that we've talked about, the dreams, and see them all come true for a guy like Ashton, who's very deserving of everything that's coming at him. It's great to see.
When you go back to last year and him deciding to come back, I don't know how much he talked to you about that or what as a roommate, but I mean, what was that like for you to watch and like him deciding to, with all the other offers and things being thrown at him, to want to come back here?
I mean, it was just crazy just to see how many opportunities he was going to have, knowing he was the best running back in the nation, but even cooler to see that he's going to keep his head down and, say loyal to us and just stay here to achieve everything that you see us achieving now. That was all his plan back when he had to make the decision to stay, and everything's working out. It's nice.
I mean, I remember the UCLA bowl game. They're already passing out the T-shirts and stuff. I mean, it's kind of a ballsy move, so to speak, to have that Heisman campaign and all that for a group of 5 running back, and just to put yourself out there like that for him, for the school. I mean, he obviously backed it up. But I mean, what do you make just, I guess, of just he embraced kind of all this from the beginning?
I mean, he knew better than everybody else. Everybody was saying that he had, special talents and things like that. Like, yeah, we knew that, but he knew deep down that he hadn't even scratched the surface yet. Like, when the conversations that we used to have after, him having big games or making big plays, or even the Heisman talk last year, he was like, they don't even know yet. Like, they haven't seen it all yet. And I'm just sitting there like, is it for real? Like, you're doing crazy stuff, bro. Like, this is crazy. He's like, I'm not even anywhere near where I'm gonna be at yet. He was right.
What just the goals were obviously pretty high from the beginning. I mean, just I know you had the bet with the old lineman for the 2,000 yards and all that, but I mean, just like I said, he's taken all this on and wanted to bring it on and said, yeah. And I mean, very first game of the season doing the Heisman pose. I mean, to back it up like that, like you're saying, I mean, just how impressive has it been to see this whole thing the last year?
Yeah, it's honestly mind blowing just to think about how crazy it is, everything that's going on, but to know that he said that he was going to do these things a long time ago, and people questioning it, whatnot. Can he really do that on this big stage? And he's been putting on a show for everybody to see, and like we say, like, he's not even done yet. He's got a long career, obviously, and this is just the start of his greatness.
What's been as a roommate, like, just watching this last year unfold, maybe the last couple months, especially once the games got going, what's been the coolest part of this for you?
Just to see him enjoying it. At times, all of this gets very stressful, especially for somebody, with status like him. He's got a lot of things getting thrown at him. He's got to manage a lot of things. And he's good with asking for help with those. And we just, try to make him realize, like, hey, bro, at the end of the day, we're playing a game. You're doing great things. You just keep doing what you're doing, bro. You don't got to do anything more, everybody loves Ashton, that, and he loves us all too. So it's just a great environment. Just having him be able to have a smile on his face and achieve everything that he deserves is probably the greatest feeling.
Take us into the house with you guys. I mean, what's he like away from football and stuff?
I mean, he's a happy dude, smile on his face all the time. He always wants to do things for others. He's real big on making sure that he leaves an impact on other people, in any ways that he can. He's just overall really good dude, and at the house he's got his jokes and whatnot. He's a funny guy as well. Just overall good dude. I mean,
is you guys the big party house, or is he kind of like to be kind of quiet, or what's it like over there?
Nah, he's pretty business. He's he knows that everything at stake for him, so that keeps it good for obviously me and Drew as well.
Yeah.
So he keeps everything in check, which is real good. He's really mature for only being just turned 21, and he's gonna continue to make the right decisions in life.
So is he taking care of the rent and all that, or?
No, we still gotta pay rent. We still gotta pay. He could, yes, but no, we still be paying rent.
What we joke about it, but obviously he's got a pretty nice NIL package. I mean, just how have you seen him kind of be the same person, if he is the same person, like from last year when he decided to come back to now?
I mean, I think what a lot of people don't really see is how giving he is with everything that he's gotten. It hasn't been, he's not selfish at all. So you wouldn't honestly be able to tell a difference besides the fact that he's been able to provide for more people, just like he just took out the O-line for dinner. Those are just little things that he does all the time. That was highlighted, but he's always giving out to people and making sure that everybody else has what they need.
So does he ever let you pay for dinner then, or?
I mean, he'll tell you that I never will. I have, but at the same time,
It ain't 50-50.
It's definitely not 50-50. He's got it for sure.
Could you imagine some of the, I don't know if he's doing all online classes or what, but just the star he is around town now, and I'm sure you're with him a lot of those times, but just what, could you imagine just the attention that he gets outside and everybody wanting his picture or autograph and name, and I mean, just what, how does he handle that part of it, and like, can you put yourself in his shoes and think about how hard all that fame and all that would be?
Yeah, I mean, he handles it at an elite level. It's just, it gets hectic for sure, but he knows that, people have good intentions out here. We're in a nice city, so people aren't coming at him for the bad reasons. He knows that, this is a really safe area, so he takes on, everything very well, smile on his face. Like I said, do as much as he can for other people, whether that's taking pictures, simple as that. A lot of people who are in his position would just be like, okay, no, not too much going on, but he'll be like, yeah, you want to take a picture? Smile for the picture, He knows the impact that he has on people in the community, and that's the reason he's so special.
He's got the sandwich, he got the snow plow. I mean, what has there been one that's the shirts, obviously, but what's been the craziest part of all this for you?
I mean, honestly, it's just probably seeing all the celebrities or whatnot, and all the people you would say have status, just acknowledging him or reaching out to him and giving him credit, and then he's getting all these different types of deals and everything. It's just kind of crazy to just be able to witness it. You hear him on the phone with people, and it's just like, you're on the phone with who? And you got to really think about it, and it's like, oh well, yeah, that makes sense. You're up there now. So
you're gonna get some of those sacks. You're gonna get some free.
Oh yeah, for sure. I already got me some gear. That's gonna come in for sure.
I've heard a lot about like what you see, like it's real. Some of these star players, like half the team don't like them because they're getting all this money, getting all this. They're scoring the touchdowns, whatever. But it seems like genuinely, it's hard to find someone that doesn't like them on the team.
Yeah.
And is that true? And why is that?
That's 100% true. You couldn't find not one person that can say something bad about Ashton. That's just how he carries himself. He's never treated anybody wrong. So a lot of the times, people get the money and, the fame or whatnot, and they'll start pushing people aside. But he treats everybody in the locker room like he did when he first came in here, which is, like I said, it's crazy to see these stories and stuff. It seems like we talk just good on him just because what he provides, but you can't say anything bad about the dude. He's been himself ever since, and the money and the fame and everything that he's getting, it's not going to change him.
I've heard he's called players only meetings and stuff. I mean, it just seems like he's really embraced the leadership part of this too.
Yeah, no, he's a great leader, and everybody's going to listen because the things that he's doing are things that people dream of, and for a guy who practices what he preaches, it's real big because a lot of times, often guys are just good at football and they'll say something and then live another way, but he's gonna say it and he's gonna live it out.
How, as a defensive guy, how'd you become friends with him? Good enough to be his roommate and stuff over these last couple of years?
Well, we're from the same city, so that played a part in it. And then my cousin's Talon, and obviously running back, quarterback deal. So we became closer through Talon, and that's how we ended up ultimately living together.
Is it fun being his roommate?
Oh yeah, it's a great time. Yeah.
Well, what's just to be his roommate, be his friend these last couple of years, to see what he's done, to see this last year, to see how close he is to Barry Sanders, just how cool has this been for you?
To be able to be a part of this and to be able to say that Ashton Jeanty is one of my best friends is just it's crazy. It's an honor to be able to be in the position and witness all these things with him, and he's got a lot of trust with me. So just our relationship growing, that's our relationship's never going to end, and to know that is great. You ask him the same thing. It's just we're brothers for the rest of our lives. Our families are going to be close for the rest of our lives. So to be able to come in and not expect any of this at first, and just see everything come, work out how it is. It's just you gotta thank God for things like this.
What's your favorite Ashton Jeanty run?
I would say one of the Washington State ones, where he broke all the tackles and ran, a pretty long run. I liked because that showed his, full package. We talked about it the other day, actually. It was that run. Obviously, one of the Georgia Southern runs, he went crazy on those. But I would say that Washington State one really stuck out to me. And then the way that the stadium responded to it was what really made it exciting.
Mm-hmm.
They gave all the Heisman chants and everything. That was, great energy. And to be able to see that was probably my favorite experience from it.
I mean, you haven't taken 30 carries a game, but you obviously know how physical this game is, how hard it is. I mean, is he just come home after a game with ice packs all over his body on the couch? Or, I mean, what's it been like seeing the toll that he takes, the 30-plus carries every game, and he had the elbow injury, and yet he's just answering the bell every time and still continuing to produce this year?
I mean, he's what you call a dog. Like, it's a lot. He knows it's a lot. It's not easy, but he loves this team and this community so much that he's willing to do whatever it takes, literally do whatever it takes, whether that's hours of extra treatment, massages, and, stretching classes, all that type of stuff that will help him to get on the field and be able to produce to the best of his ability. He's going to take part of it.
So is it scary to think about what 23 days of rest could do for Ashton Jeanty going into the Fiesta Bowl?
We were just talking about that. Like, it's crazy to see him gonna go out there again fresh is scary. Yeah, that's scary. A fresh Ashton Jeanty is scary.
And I guess final thing, I mean, the Heisman Trophy, and it's been talked about for all year, the campaign, all that, and it's kind of a formality Monday, but to be able to turn on that TV and see your brother in the Heisman Trophy ceremony and all this stuff and the history that means in this game, just how surreal is that part of this, that we're actually at this week, and just the emotions like for you?
It's all a blessing, God's putting him in this position for a reason, and God's trusting him with such a thing as getting this award if he were to win it, and we all know that he's gonna respond to it and do everything the right way as a Heisman should. This award it definitely is an Ashton Jeanty caliber award, so to speak. So for him to be able to get this, just be a part of it, even if he weren't to win, it's all a blessing. He's on this stage for a reason. He's in the talk for a reason, and being able to embrace this with him, his family, everybody, we're just super proud of him. And, win or lose, it doesn't matter. You're still Ashton at the end of the day. You're gonna do great things, and it's just a crazy experience.
Why should you win it though?
I mean, he's just a different dude, man. I mean, like, the things that he does it's just not normal. You don't see the things that he does every single game. Like, the stats literally show it. You turn on the tape, the things that he's able to do with so many people in the box or whatnot, and just every single game consistently make the plays that he's making, being number one in almost every single running back stat. Those are just things that you can't look over those things.
So how excited are you, I guess, for this week, but also to see how many more games you have left with him, and then once it sadly someday does end here, how excited are you to see what he can do at the next level?
Oh, it's gonna be a show for sure. We know he's gonna be one of the greatest running backs ever. That's in the league as well. From the start, he's gonna go out there and do big things. Hopefully, he goes to my Cowboys, back in the city, and he'll handle everything. Help them out a little bit.